Now, cycling could be prohibited around the new North Westgate development in Peterborough. Plans have gone into the City Council to create new shops, leisure facilities and office space around a new piazza close to the Westgate Church. Developers say this will help regenerate the area, but some local cyclists aren't happy that they'll be forced to dismount if they're passing through. We'll talk to the developers behind these plans in a moment. First, though, Dave Stanbridge is on the line, who's a member of the Peterborough Cycling Club. Hi, Dave.
Yeah, good morning to you, Dottie. How are you?
Yeah, fine, thank you. Nice to speak to you. New development then, Dave. Peterborough City Centre.
Yes.
Potentially no cycling through it. What do you think?
Well, I'm not happy about it. I must say the city centre does need development, and it looks very impressive. But if you look at the plans, etc., you look at the drawings, once again, it's cycling gets clobbered, and yet it just doesn't make sense. There's plenty of room to put a cycle path through the route, but no, you ride a bike and then you're forced off the bike. So I'm personally not happy with it, but then this is what happens, though, with these plans.
I mean, so you would suggest perhaps dedicated cycle routes going through the development? Is that what you think the answer is?
Looking at this image I've got in front of me of the main street, it's nice and wide, and there's people, models, walking around, etc. But two things I've noticed: one, there's no dogs walking around, and two, there's no there's no route way or cycle way through. So if you're on a bike, trying to keep healthy, trying to save the environment, etc., you are forced to walk, right through again.
And what's the impact of that, of making cyclists dismount?
Well, I think what will happen with a lot of people is some of them will just ignore it as goes on, and
well, that's the Bridge Street scenario, isn't it?
It's what? Sorry.
It's the Bridge Street scenario.
Yes. Repeat again. And then, it's just, I don't know what Peterborough City Council, I don't know if it's their idea or it's this development idea. I've been reading about this development, and this has been going on for, nigh on 20 years, I believe. And I don't know, I don't think it will work. The city does need some, improvement around that area. But it's once again, it's cycling, which will get clobbered.
What about the schemes that we see in some other parts of the country, in some other parts of Cambridgeshire, in fact, where it's kind of a pedestrianised street, but cyclists can go down there as well as long as they give way to pedestrians? Does that work?
Yeah, it can work to a degree. Personally, I've never been happy with sharing a route path, if you like, with pedestrians. Especially when people seem to be walking dogs on these stretched leads, which are a bit dangerous. But it needs something. There's plenty of room looking at this image, etc. So, but whether it will happen or not, whether the Peterborough City Council want it, the city of the environment, etc. I don't know. It's a worrying trend.
OK, Dave, thank you very much for your time. Interesting mentioning that Peterborough still has this ambition of being an environment capital.